What is going on, homies? Mr. Perez here. I'm here with yet again another video. This one especially goes out to RFM. If you guys don't know who RFM is, here's some quick background. Me and RFM met back in 2013 on a game called Red Dead Redemption. He didn't have a mic at the time, so we basically just ended up being friends just through gestures. We went on being friends for quite a few years. We actually stopped talking for an entire year, I have to say. And when I wanted to get my whole YouTube picked up, he's the one who actually kind of supported it. And it was really nice of him. It really helped me out. And with almost hitting 250 subscribers, I have to do him the favor and the deed that he's always wanted. RFM has wanted a computer for such a long time, and basically I decided that I'd go about taking the task of building his computer. Now, just to start off with, RFM, I don't want anything in return. This is literally for helping me. This is, by the way, homies, a $500 PC that I got some money for, bought all the parts, and built the computer yet again myself with the help of my girlfriend recording. So, to RFM, this is his birthday gift, and I'm gonna try and do this voice recording unedited and unscripted, basically. Me and RFM have never met before. We're actually on two different sides of the country. And we have managed to keep such a bond together in talking to each other. Basically, RFM has been attempting to support me through this whole YouTube, I want to say career, but it's not. But if anything, this YouTube hobby. He's always told me once in a while that he wanted a PC and he wants to do YouTube as well. And I just decided to give him the leg up and help him out. Now, buying the computer parts wasn't a hassle for me. I don't mind at all, but I know on top of this, he still has to get something to edit his videos. He still needs to get something to record with. He still needs to buy games for PC, so hopefully $500 out of the way isn't that bad. Some of the parts you saw in the beginning, including an i3 processor, a one stick 8 gigabytes of RAM. He also got a nice graphics card. I think it was a 380X RX. I can't remember it right now at all, actually. If anything, it's 11 p.m. It's about to be 11 p.m. and his birthday is literally midnight. So it's April 6th. And I'm gonna upload this at midnight, so I'm supposed to be doing homework right now, but forget about that. I just really wanted to help him out, and I wanted to get this out to him. The whole thing and the whole story was that I told him I'd find him a PC part list that might as well suit his needs, more or less what he wants. I found a list. It wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the best. It was alright, but I felt like I could have definitely done this, and I did. I went about it, and if you guys want to see more in depth on how to build a PC, I do have a video when I built mine. But this one's just his. Right now we're just installing the fan, and right now we're just putting in the RAM itself. Not too hard, nothing too complex or crazy, but a lot of people have been calling me a little bit crazy for a guy I've never met, but I know RFM's gonna do great use out of this, and if anything, hopefully I'll have his link by the time this video's up. I'll have it down in the description. That way you guys can at least start supporting him and leave him some subscriptions. I have no idea what he's going to do with the channel. I can only imagine he's going to start doing some gaming videos and God knows what else. But homies, if we can show him support and maybe we can get him to at least a good decent amount of subscribers in his first few days, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Now, the only thing that I didn't manage to include were probably the kind of necessary things, which was a monitor, hopefully he can get one, a mouse, a keyboard. Other than that, I just got the bare bones of the PC. Now, right now we're just installing the graphics card. Just basically, I like doing an exterior build. I like building everything outside and then testing it making sure my parts are functioning, that way I don't have an issue with them, and then putting everything into the actual computer itself. So when we went about testing this, the only issue was that I didn't do all my research, and the motherboard is a little too small for the graphics card. You can actually see how much it overhangs on the right. With that being said, the graphics card does block some pins that I need for the motherboard. The pins include the on-off, the restart button, very essential pins, and I almost could have screwed it up, but I managed to slip the pins in there by barely enough. But the graphics card is too big. It's doable, but it's definitely way too big, and I feel like I should have done more research, but oh well, it's in there. It's working fine. I got him a little bit of lower-ended power supply. Still gonna manage well. It's not like it's not gonna keep up. It's gonna do just fine with the PC. Now, if anything, my whole intentions is to send this over U.S. Postal Services, or I don't know if I'm supposed to go like through FedEx or through UPS. I don't know if I should go through them or through the actual postal office. I'll have to ask around. But whatever it may be, after doing the test build, it worked out just fine. There wasn't an issue whatsoever. PC turned on. The only thing was that there was some cable management issues, and that was just because the graphics card got in the way of quite a few things. But it's manageable. I did a few, I guess, ghetto fixes to make sure I wouldn't have the issue. But this is the actual motherboard with everything installed into the PC. All we're missing now is the actual cables just to power it up, which isn't too hard. Plug a few of them where they need to go. A lot of stuff is honestly self-explanatory. If you don't feel like you can build your own PC, or you're wanting to build your PC, let me tell you that you can. It's not that hard. After watching several tutorials and reading the manuals, a few of the manuals where you need them, you'll be just fine to throwing it together. I did want to be a little bit selfish here, and I kind of wanted to also buy this so I can build it, just because that's just something I want to do. I want to build computers or do something with it in the future, but it's just really fun to me. So I guess sorry RFM if you had your hopes for actually building this guy, but I guess I decided to take the lead itself. Now, he does have several expansion slots for hard drives, and I'm pretty sure SSDs can also fit in there. No, the SSDs fit in the bottom, but he has a lot of room for hard drives. He's got like 4 or 5 slots. So if anything, maybe in the future he can buy himself another terabyte or two. Maybe just another terabyte with another hard drive with 2 terabytes, and he can load all his stuff onto there and boot it off with another one. Or maybe I don't know, whatever he can do. But he could probably figure that out on his own. Definitely talk to him about this as well. Hopefully give him some tips. And hey, if you guys have any tips, feel free to leave them in the comments right now as you're watching this. Don't forget it at the end. Do it right now if you have any tips for him, because the guy, I gotta say, probably hasn't really used a computer this powerful. So hopefully it goes well for him. Right now we're actually trying to boot up the computer. It didn't have the right, what was it? Why didn't it boot? I feel like something's missing. Oh, I think I just forgot to plug in the hard drive to the actual motherboard through a SATA cable, but I think that was the only issue with that. But we did get it to boot. I was using my monitor, by the way, for my build. But yeah, I mean, the case isn't anything crazy. It's not something too show-offy. It was really cheap. It's called the Cougar case, I'm pretty sure. So I had R's intention, since he actually likes those Cougars. But looking into this more, I made sure that I got all the fans running and working. I actually forgot to plug in the fan to the freaking case, like an idiot. It worked out pretty well. If anything, I hope it just runs really well and RFM actually enjoys using this thing. It's not as powerful. I'm gonna say I wish I went with an i5 instead of an i3, just because I know the i5 actually, I feel like there's a big difference in there. But if not, I feel like he can change anything out eventually in the future, or hey, as soon as he gets it, whatever he wants, but I think this should last him quite a while, and it shouldn't be an issue as far as this thing slowing down anytime soon. The only thing sucked that I didn't get him a separate SSD to run off his operating system, and I just got him just the 1 terabyte. I'm pretty sure, yeah, with the 1 terabyte hard drive, just to go with it. But overall, just great. Really, I enjoyed building it. It was really fun, and I kind of wish I could hand it to him personally, but you know, maybe sometime we'll actually see each other in the future. Okay, I gotta do some quick explaining here. So we did get RFM additional accessories, but first of all, these tapes you see here is because the graphics card actually hits the wires that are there. So the worst case could happen is probably the graphics card could probably snip one of the wires or stop the fan completely, but hopefully that's not the case. We'll try and keep it like that. So this is RFM, so in case you see in the future. Now let me tell you, RFM, that Space Mole, if you guys, by the way, homies, if you guys don't know who Space Mole is, he's just our basic graphic designer, and you know, he does everything as far as the cool stuff goes for images. But Space Mole got you a mouse pad, RFM. He was in on it. I told him about it. He decided to pitch in. He got you a mouse pad to help you out with your gaming. Not on top of that, he made us posters. The computer is now Perez approved. We'll definitely send you that one through the mail. He also got you a nice one. It says Space Mole and MrPerezOP on it. Really nice posters he's got. He's got one more, which I totally forgot to show, but he has one more that I also got a copy of, and that was pretty nice. But that's all it is to it, RFM. It's all packaged. It's all ready to go. The box at the top you see right there has some of the posters. I'm going to see how I can send you the other 2. But that is pretty much it, buddy. I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope everyone that watches this video, if you're new to the channel, at least wish him a happy birthday. My homie definitely deserves it, and you have a good one. Thanks, bro. Peace.